Welcome to our road trip. Do not ask how you got here. We have no answers. For now, read these rules and follow every single one of them to up to your survival chances. Break 1 and find out what happens. Rule 1. Do not ask when we will arrive. Pray for forgiveness if you do. They might spare you. Rule 2. There are 4 of us in the van. Me, you, Marley, and Vincent. Rule 2A. If you see more than 3 people in the van, cover your eyes and don't uncover them until you hear a screech of tires. If you do uncover them before that, open the door and jump out. Rule 2B. If you see less than 3 people in the van or none at all, move to the back of the van and take up the smallest amount of space that you can. There's going to be a few more passengers joining us. They will disappear after 30 minutes and will leave snacks if their ride was enjoyable. They will leave nothing if it was not. Rule 3. Follow the seating chart. You are to sit on the side of the middle row. I will be in the passenger seat. Vincent is in the back on the left side and Marley on the left side of the middle row. If anyone is out of place, including myself, take a knife from the floor and kill them. They aren't what they look like. Rule 4. Never under any circumstances look at the driver. If you do, cuts and bruises will slowly corrupt your body before you crumble away in a puddle of flesh and ash. It's a horrible sight to see. Rule 5. If Marley attempts to make conversation with you, engage. And don't stop talking until she says something about a map. She is there to help. You might have been talking to someone who doesn't exist. Rule 6. Do not ever take your seatbelt off, unless you have to move to the back. The window will break and you'll be dragged outside into the wilderness. Rule 7. If Vincent attempts to make conversation with you, don't look at him. You will go blind. But you can talk to him if you want. You might receive a Rice Krispie treat if you do, though. Rule 8. Don't talk very loud. Some of the cryptids sleep on the roof of the van. If you wake them up, it will not be pretty. Rule 9. Don't take off your shoes. They're your only protection from the rugs. They tend to bite anything that trespasses in their domain as hard as they can. But will leave you alone if you have shoes on, since they don't quite resemble feet. Rule 10. Nobody in this van owns a laser pointer. So if you see a red glowing dot anywhere in this vehicle, do not stare at it for more than 3 seconds. You will burn your eyes and melt them if you look at it for more than the amount of time it's safe to. Rule 11. Eat any bugs you come across. They hate uncleanliness and will rip your throat out if you leave it there after seeing it. Rule 12. If you have to vomit, do it outside of the window. This relates to rule number 11, as they hate uncleanness just as much as they hate vomit. But they understand some people get car sick and will allow you to open the window, but do it quickly. The window could shut at any moment, closing on your neck and cutting it off. Rule 13. You are going to have to use the bathroom at any time in this road trip. You can trust me on that. But if anyone in this van asks to use the bathroom, say you have to as well. The driver is not happy and you have to get out of the van as quickly as possible. After you get out, follow Monway and stick with her until she starts to head back to the van. Get back in and pretend nothing happened. Rule 14. If you have your phone, do not call, don't text, or tell anyone about the road trip. You'll be thrust out of the van. Rule 14A. Cell service comes and goes. Do not complain about it, or you might never see your fingers again. They do their best to give you time to play on your phone. Rule number 15. You may take naps on this trip. However, do not lean against the window while you sleep. You will not wake up if you do. Rule 16. There is not an Xavier in his vehicle. If you hear Vincent talking to an Xavier, make conversation with him, and don't stop talking until you feel a gust of wind go past you. Then, mention something about maps and you will stop talking to you. Xavier does not exist. Xavier is not real. There is not an Xavier in this van. Xavier does not exist. Rule 17. The radio only plays static. Do not ask to change the channel. Neurons we've ripped off. Static is the driver's favorite music. Rule 18. If you see a smile outside the window, slit your throat. You will wake up in the van. Repeat this process until the smile is gone. It will kill us all if you hesitate. Rule 19. The road trip does not have a defined time it will go on for. It could be for a month-long drive or 3 minutes. However, do not complain about it and do not ask how long we've been here. You will be dragged under the rug and eaten alive. Rule 20. When we arrive, get out of the van. Say absolutely nothing to anyone about the road trip and do not ask anyone if they're going on it too. You will return to the van and have to do it all over again.